For our biomaterials project, we were tasked with first creating a variety of different biomaterial recipes and then deciding on what we would like to create with those recipes. After having an in-depth look at all my recipes, I decided on making biomaterial disposable masks. Over the past year and a half, there has been a dramatic increase in pollution due to the excessive use of disposable masks that do not decompose, as well as put wildlife in danger. Did you know that there are over 129 billion masks that are used every month? Of that, every single minute, 3 million masks are disposed of. This approximately adds up to 36 million grams of polypropylene plastic. Approximately 75% of disposable face masks end up in landfills and take over 450 years to decompose. The remaining 25% of masks that are thrown away end up on sidewalks or in the ocean, left to harm nature. Therefore, I want to design and create a face mask that is not only truly disposable, but a face mask that will not harm nature once thrown out and forgotten. By designing a biomaterial face mask that is also biodegradable, we can directly lower the amount of plastic pollutions humans create in the future. After deciding that I will be designing face masks, I instantly went to sketching. I started sketching all different designs that could fit the face perfectly and that could also be created with one material. By designing for one material, we can save costs on manufacturing, and we can also not worry about recycling, as you only have to throw it away once instead of taking every separate piece apart and then recycling. My initial design was based off of any disposable masks that I saw, and then I went on to general mask inspiration, which made me look at more organic shapes and shapes that fit your face nicely. I started looking more into K95 masks, and then I started turning them into one material mask. Instead of having elastic where your ears will go, it will just be my biomaterial instead. After deciding on a concept sketch, I instantly went to my mock-ups and I started designing general shapes that looked similar to the sketches I created. I started out with just a cup that goes over your mouth and nose to cover the airflow. I then looked at different ways I can wrap the material around your ear. I wanted to make it a flat pattern, so all you have to do is heat it together on the joints and it will be made into a mask perfectly. There will be no sewing and no stitching needed. The mask that I designed fitted the face very nicely and it allowed for air to come in and out. I made this mask out of masking tape and it turned out pretty nicely. I then took the mask into my computer and I started superimposing my biomaterials onto it. I was testing with all the different biomaterials that I created. It came to me that number recipe 5 was the best one, as it was a paper plastic type material that you can breathe through easily depending on the amount of paper that you put into the material. The different material testings you're seeing on the screen are all the different amounts of paper that gets put into the mixture. By putting more paper into the mixture, you're turning the material less into a plasticky rubber material and more into a paper material. This makes it more breathable and easier to dispose of. My recipe number 5 was basically a rubbery plastic paper, which turned out really nicely as it was comfortable on the face and it didn't irritate the skin. You can see the rest of my recipes on my Behance, where you'll see my full working experience and the story of my design. After superimposing my biomaterials onto my mask, you can see how the mask is made to fit most faces perfectly. The mask will come in 3 different sizes: small, medium and a large, and it will depend on your face size on whichever mask you want to wear. I also made the holes where your ear would go into wide, so it can fit any size ear depending on how close your ear is to your mouth. Overall, I was very impressed with my mask design, and I would like to take it further into manufacturing, as this could really change the amount of pollutions us humans create. I'm very excited to keep testing with this project and going further with it. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and please see my Behance for more on this project and my other projects.